Good morning, George Hepworth, Grover Park Consulting. In this video, I want to explore the pros and cons of immediate execution versus deferred execution for searches. In the Lander Trail Foundation online searchable database application, we have the ability to search for books in our catalog. At this point, there are 1,929 titles. First, I should point out that I selected the tablet format for this demonstration as opposed to the browser format, just to give you a change of pace. The original search was a contain search on the book title. I changed that to a combo box. Within the combo box, we still have the ability to do a contains search, but only on the titles of our books, which filters the available choices. Because the content of this particular application is the Lander Trail, which is an offshoot of the Oregon Trail, there are many book titles with the word trail in them. But if we just select one, it immediately begins to filter the gallery on that selected title. We're seeing a bit slower performance this morning than we were during the recording of our last video. This is probably a good time to point out that the reason for making the change from the contain search on the entire list to a contain search only on a filtered list of titles was to avoid even longer delays that were resulting from the old method of searching. The question that comes up next is whether there's a way to defer the search against the entire record set until we have made multiple selections in the title drop-down. In other words, right now what happens is each time I selected a title, it does a search to include that title. What if I could defer that search until we had selected 5 or even 10 titles? Would that improve performance? The answer, I think, is that that's possible. It comes with its own set of pros and cons. Let's drop out of Runtime, back into Design View, modify our interface slightly, and see what happens. Back in Design View, we can make some changes to the controls on this screen to convert it from an automatic immediate update of the collection in the gallery to a deferred update of that collection in the gallery. First, I'm going to disable the code in each of these controls, which triggers the automatic search. The automatic search code is behind this button called Button Start Search. You can see it right there. If I disable that here, in the category combo and also in authors, now, changing a value in any one of our combo boxes will regenerate our sub-collection to generate a collection of selected author, category, and or publications, but it will not update the collection behind this gallery. We'll just demonstrate that very quickly. We'll pick a second book. And now we should have 2 items selected, but because that code has been disabled, only one of them has been updated in the main collection behind the gallery. The next step to convert this to a manual deferred update is to change the status of this button. Right now, it has 3 properties which make it useful to trigger the automatic immediate update. First, it is in view mode only, which means it can't be selected by a user. We'll change it to edit so the user can interact with it. We'll make it visible and we'll increase its width from 0, you can see it right there, to 94. That has the effect of pushing this button out to the right. So to make room for it, we'll change the width of these 3 controls from 1204 to 1104 and from 600 to 550 each. Yeah. And I think I will also add just a little space after there so that it's clearly, yeah, there's a little white space between. Okay, now we should be ready to trigger our update automatically by running the code behind this command button. It's in edit mode so the user can interact. It's visible so the user can see it. And it's wide enough so that it fits our general layout. We'll go back into run mode, select it, and we see the update occurring, and now both items are in the collection behind the main gallery. That's all there is to it, to switch between the automatic immediate and the deferred manual update. The automatic immediate update comes at a cost, which is it updates each time you add or delete an item from the combo box. That does introduce a slight delay. Doing it manually defers the entire update operation until all of the boxes have been selected, or items have been selected in all of the 3 combo boxes, but it requires the further step on the part of the user to select that button to actually fire the code. You may prefer one of those approaches over the other, and that's entirely up to you and your users in how you choose to go about it. The main goal here is to simply demonstrate that there's more than one way to skin a cat. You can opt for immediate automatic or deferred manual updates depending on the circumstances in your environment. I hope you found something useful in this little video. If you did, follow the routine, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification buttons, and above all, like this video. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.